one is in position. The umpire has ball in hand and signifies to the timekeeper. And as you can hear beside us, the siren has sounded and the ball will go into the air now for the second quarter. Dean Oakley gets a clear tap down for the GDFL straight away. Good tackle there from the GDFL, but the ball is kicked forward to Cartledge. Well, a bit of an acting performance, I thought, but the free kick, in fact, it's Copping. And Copping of Carry-Narricourt has the free kick in the centre circle. Goes wide to the outer side, long kick, looking for and finding his teammate out there in Clark. And that was good movement from Clark. Comes back now in toward the corridor. And, the ball dropping. The Geelong boys didn't really read that well, I didn't think. And Chris White, who's been around for a while. Chris White, in fact, played down at Cobden with Peter McBilly and against my son, who was at Camberdown. So Chris White, and that's 9 years ago, I understand, coaching up here, and he's been quite prominent in the first quarter. So 45 metres out, directly in front. Chris White puts the ball on the boots, going to land in the goal square. Big pack of players there, comes to ground, and finally, the Geelong boys tried to kick along the ground. It stacks on the mill, and the umpires put a whistle on play, and will put the ball in the air at the edge of the 10-metre square. Deep in attack for Carry-Narricourt early in the second quarter. Dean Oakley tries to get the ball clear over the top, can't do so. Dabrowski kicks it off the ground. Following up there is Hill. Attacks the player with the foot, he was Clark. He gets the foot clear, and Tim Bailey for the Carry-Narricourt side, deep on the half-forward flank, very close to the boundary, takes the good mark. So with Warren Foley on his mark, he moves in now. Well, Shocker. Foley's done a pretty good job of putting him off, and he's put it, I think, out of bounds on the full. So Warren Foley went back off the mark. Laurie, it's an old ploy, isn't it? Ran forward.
I think you must have just watched Warren come at him, because you couldn't kick that bad if you tried. I mean, he's got to be a better kick than that.
So the free kick is with Ricky O'Toole, deep in the back pocket for the GDFL. Well, he goes short, looks for and finds Kerry Day. Handball over the top to Johnny Cousins. Cousins finds his teammate out there in Trotter. Trotter by hand to Cornwall. He's gone wide to half-forward flank. Sean O'Leary picks it up on the left foot, drives it forward for the GDFL, deep in the attacking area. Oh, Flack with enormous pace gets past his opponent. Fortunately, can't pick the footy up. A little bit of footwork there by Peter McBilly. He can't get it either. Good work again. Sean O'Leary got clear. Beautiful kick. Unfortunately, can't quite find the mark. And the defence of Carry-Narricourt is
look
strong.
Who's out here in the wing.
They're clear. Handball long from Clark to Tipalura. Tipalura, well, tackles pretty high, but play on, said the umpire. Ball into the forward area for the GDFL, over the head of all players. And, mopping up in defence there is finally a handball from Adams. Comes over the top. The big fella's got the foot in. Good teamwork there. Hillier over the top again. And good work in the middle by the GDFL. However, Trotter can't hold his feet, and you've got to do that in the footy ground. As player goes down, they're all falling in. Copping could have taken the mark, but he can't stand up either. The handball comes clear to Sharp, and Sharp from 25 metres out directly in front is a pot shot. It is offline for the Carry-Narricourt side. 1-1 to Sharp for the day, and it is the first score of the second quarter, and that's 4 minutes into the quarter on the Raiders Bingo scoreboard. 7-4-46, Carry-Narricourt lead Geelong 4-1-25. Kick in, it's come to half-back flank. Nice little handball from Trotter to O'Toole. O'Toole has got Sean O'Leary. He's got a paddock, takes the mark. Now decides to come to the half-forward flank, kicks it long into the full forward position. One out there is Flack. Oh, magnificent use of the body on that occasion by Simon Flack. And he held, that was vintage stuff, Laurie, because he held with his body, he held his opponent behind, and the ball fell into his lap.
Yeah, that was a bit of class, though, Eric. He's a class player, this guy, and I said to Ivan Pike today that he can play footy, this guy, and
it just is a pity that he has an asthma problem, because if he could run more, longer in a game.
Well, you saw his bit of speed there before.
Sensational. So from 20 metres out, 45-degree angle, Simon Flack comes in. He's kicked the goal, and that's the first goal of the second quarter. 1-1, Simon Flack's contribution. And on the Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard now at 5 minutes, 7-4-46. The Carry-Narricourt Tatiara team They lead Geelong, who are coming back, 5-1-31. So good response there, Laurie.
Certainly, Eric, and all indications are that we're going to be in for a good afternoon. Now, I just thought there maybe 20 minutes into the first quarter, the narrow court side looked as though they might have been a little bit more powerful than the GDFL, but they've rallied back with some good play there. They seem to have some better matchups just at the moment, and they seem to be just working their way back into the game.
You think perhaps, Laurie, that there's maybe a slight wind advantage to the end to which Geelong's now kicking?
Well, I think there is. There's certainly a lot of wind here. I mean, we're up in a box here and it's pretty blowy here, but we just can't see...
Some chance we could end up in a half-forward flank at the minute.
But it'll be right over the other side of the ground when we go, I think.
All right, so the umpire back in the middle with the football. Umpire Locke puts it up. Well, clear tap down for Ray on that occasion, and the break from the centre comes the Cowrie narrow court way. Mark taken by White, plays on quickly, looking for his teammate at centre half forward. Great work by Dabrowski. Oh, a handball to his teammate, put him under real pressure. And fortunately, Warren Foley gets the ensuing free kick for the GDFL. But well, could have almost been called to play. Oh, it's an atrocious kick from Foley, looking for Dabrowski, but it was too high, and now there's a whistle on play. It's got to be 50 metres, and the umpire's spot on because the whistle was blown. Cowrie narrow court player took absolutely no notice of the whistle, kicked it, well, kicked the goal probably, but he's paid the penalty with a 50-metre penalty. Kicking in danger was the free kick, and that's not a bad 50 metre.
It's a good 50
either.
As well, yes.
I think we might buy some land off this fellow. So it is Hill, Andrew Hill. The GDFL has the free kick, but he plays on with the handball to Ricky O'Toole. Ricky gets bumped as he kicked it, and
nice mark.
No free kick, and back into the pack. Great mark there by Merritt. So he can play this fella as plays on with the handball, kicking to centre wing, looking for the big fella. Andrew Hill gets in front on that occasion of Mann, and Geelong have turned it over. It's come to flat. He's outside 50, kicks it back into the head of the goal square, which is the place to go, but off hands. They're more than happy to concede a behind the Cowrie narrow court defence, and that they've done. On the Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard now, 7 minutes gone, 5-32 the Geelong District Football League. They trail Cowrie narrow court 7-4-46.
Yes, I think you might be right with the wind though, Eric. I think it might be just favouring the Geelong District at the moment.
And if they bring it out on this social club side, I think the wind is blowing in from there more so than anything else. So the ball now comes in from defence. That's a huge kick out that side of the ground, and obviously there's a set play for the Cowrie narrow court side. The ball came to ground to Copping. He's tried to elude a couple of tackles, can't do so. Looks for a handball back to Abramson. But the Geelong District working hard on the outer wing to keep the ball in the attacking half, and the ball is out of bounds just forward of centre for the GDFL. Ball comes in, big fella used his body there in Ray, gets a handball down, but at the drop of the footy, the GDFL doing well. They mishandle it. Nice little handball from Ricky O'Toole to Trotter. Trotter sees a terrific lead and a terrific pass, and on that occasion, Mark O'Toole. So GDFL looking much better. He's taken the mark. Man on the mark will be 45 metres from the goal, and as we've mentioned a few moments ago, probably kicking with the aid of the bruise. And I tell you what, there's some pretty poor marking on that occasion by the.
This might come undone here. No.
Well, the O'Tooles tried hard to make a mess of it, but a strong mark by Troy Maharis. A couple of little chips. Mark O'Toole to Barry O'Toole. Barry O'Toole looking for and finding Troy Maharis, and I guess they've only gained 10 metres, Laurie, at the end of the day, and but perhaps a little more.
Well, I think Mark probably nearly could have kicked that from there, Eric, and there's probably a bit of a risk in it, but Troy's got it now, and he's
Troy Maharis. He's kicked 9 last week, but he hasn't got one today at this point because he's got 1-1 now, and just offline. So the ploy didn't work for the GDFL. But they've extended their score on the Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard to 5-3-33. They trail Cowrie narrow court 7-4-46, and that's 9.5 minutes into the second quarter. Well, the kick-in's landed in the middle score. So the ball back in the middle. So the ball in the middle with a series of handballs. Andrew Hill on the overlap from centre half back, accepts a handball, kicks long into the full forward position but a fantastic mark by the fullback, or not, he's playing in the last line is Merritt, and this bloke has been a very good player, Laurie.
Yes, good player. A couple of good
Merritt
players.
goes wide to centre wing. It's not taken by Dean Oakley, but finally handball from Bailey. Finds his teammate there in Man.
This
Man
looks
with a long
dangerous.
handball to Tipalura. Tipalura is in the centre square, kicks it just into the full forward half. Johnny Cousins not strong enough in the body on that occasion, Laurie, and just allowed himself to be just pushed forward by Chris White. And Chris, of course, a very experienced footballer at country football level.
I mean, Johnny Cousins, experienced player as well, but he had the body strength on him then, Eric. It was just able to push him off, and if there's any indication of other kick, this should be going close.
So White from 45, it's a lovely kick off the boot, and the goal umpire is pretty happy with that. So Chris White kicks his first for the day, and it's the 8th for the Cowrie Narracourt Tatiara Football League.
He looks a good player, Chris White, Eric.
Can
he's
play.
been around a bit.
Can play.
Yes.
So it's 8-4-52. They lead the GDFL 5-3-33 Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard, and that's 11 minutes into the quarter. So the ball back in the middle with umpire Formosa. Dean Oakley, well, he's just getting out positioned, isn't he? And I think Ray has taken control in there completely. The ball at centre half forward, Kerry Day can't take the footy. Kicked off the ground, or thrown out by Andrew Hill. Picked up by Trotter. Trotter of GDFL to Ricky O'Toole on the wing. He's all
Ricky.
class. He weaves out of trouble. Kicks it to the lead there of Barry O'Toole. Oh no, free kicks at the umpire. Handball comes back, looking for the big fellow in Ray. He doesn't take the footy, tries to tap it on. And, well, Geelong really working hard in the forward half. Picked up by Barry O'Toole, kicks it on the left foot. The vacant forward pocket. Sean O'Leary leads in the race for the footy. Terrific tap on. Unfortunately can't find a teammate, but does find the goal area. So it's another behind to the GDFL. A rush behind to them. 5-4-34. They trail Cowrie Narracourt Tatiara 8-4-52. That's Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes gone.
Yeah, a good play by Sean O'Leary there. You could just see Simon Flack out of his corner of his eye, but just couldn't quite get to him.
So another magnificent kick in.
Beautiful
for
kick.
Cowrie Narracourt, but great mark out there by Troy Harris. He's got Ricky O'Toole in the centre on his own. The ball was held up in the wind, but Ricky takes the mark and
he wants to go.
He's trying to milk 50, I'd suggest. Now he goes with a handball to Trotter, puts the body on for Shepherd. The kick's not too good, and Tipalura wasn't watching the footy, and the wind brought it right back to him. So good shepherding there for GDFL by Barry O'Toole. Unfortunately, he couldn't quite get the ball out to Flack, and the umpire will put the ball up as looks like change imminent for both sides. I'll let you keep an eye on that, Laurie, as Mark
Luke
Allen
McLean
back in the ruck. Trotter gets the ball forward. Ricky O'Toole, well, pushing the back surely. Then the umpire wasn't prepared to pay either free kick. Ricky copped plenty there, I've got to suggest.
We've got Cartledge off for Narracourt, and we've got
Foley's coming off for McLean.
Durbridge on, number 14, Brian Durbridge for Cowrie Narracourt back on as well.
Okay, McLean's come on for Foley for the GDFL. So a few changes. Now, through a series of handballs, the ball comes to Rick Lazarick. Rick Lazarick for the Geelong District Footy League gets it into the full forward area. Barry O'Toole, lovely little toe poke to Troy Maharis. Troy Maharis sees, Peter McBilly, did he hold the mark?
Yes.
He was tumbling backwards as the ball hit his hands, and great mark from Peter McBilly. I'm going to suggest it's with the bruise perhaps slightly out of his range, Laurie.
Yeah, he's going to palm it off in the air. Troy Maharis, why wouldn't you?
Yes, well, Troy, I'm sure, will kick the 50 metres required. So Troy Maharis, having kicked the ball out to Peter
Troy's
McBilly.
working himself into the game a bit too, Eric.
Yeah, very much so. From 50, puts the ball in the air. It's a long kick. It's going to land just over the line. So Troy hasn't quite got the straight kicking boots, out of bounds on the full. So we've been playing 14 and a half minutes into the second quarter. Cowrie Narracourt come across the face of goal. They found Merritt, and he has the footy safely in his grasp. He looks for, well, he didn't find the Hillier because it was a pretty ordinary kick, and unfortunately the GDFL through Rick Lazarick just couldn't quite take advantage of that, and the ball is now out of bounds. Half forward flank for the GDFL. Umpires Mark Allen went too early, gets a handball. Well, what's the umpire signal here? He suggested Mark Allen threw the footy, and advantage now paid as Carey Narracourt get the footy into the middle. Kerry Day a bit behind Chris White. And
you can't give him any attitude, I can give you the drum.
Chris White, his attitude to the game is such that he's creating a few headaches for Geelong. He's kicked it over the centre. Matt McNamara gets the tap down from his opponent in Walker. The ball, well, thrown out umpire. So now it's dropping the ball. So the umpire gave 1 out of 2.
Good decision, Eric.
And a fantastic tackle there by Clayton Trotter. Handball to Ricky O'Toole. Ricky O'Toole now looks for, and Mark Allen drops the mark. You've got to take those at this level. But he recovers quickly, gets the ball to boot, and kicks it along the boundary line to the advantage of the GDFL by 20 metres. And it's now out of bounds, half forward flank for the GDFL. 16 minutes.
I think, Eric, it's going to be tough work for Michael Allen and doing Oakley, but they've just got to spend their time on the ground, jumping up as high as they possibly can to these big fellas.
That's right. So now, well, looked like a pretty good tackle from Mark Allen, but the umpire disagrees. Said it was too high on Ben Fennell. So Fennell over the top to Tipalura. He runs with a bounce, kicks to centre half forward. Terrible kick, I've got to say. And the mark comfortably taken by McNamara at half back. Matt McNamara kicks long. Oh, goodness gracious, what sort of an option was that? And a terrific job there by it was Mark O'Toole. Handball finally comes to Luke McLean, looking for Simon Flack as he pushed in the back nose. Well, that was incredible, absolutely incredible. And to try to describe what Simon Flack did, the ball actually pivoted at his feet, didn't it? And he went to chase it, picked it up, and kicked it behind. So offline, unfortunately, for the GDFL, they're 5-5-35. They trail Carey Narracourt Tatiara 8-4-52. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 17 minutes gone. So nice looking kick in once again, and absolute pinpoint accuracy finds Fennell, and Fennell kicks it back into the corridor.
He wouldn't be happy with that.
Looking for Copping, but all he's done is found Sean O'Leary, and I was going to say perhaps ought to have a shot from there.
Oh, that's going to be a free kick, surely.
Well, this umpire is not too keen on blowing the whistle too often, but Ricky O'Toole, and he's copping a bit of a battering, Ricky, but he's taken the mark 40 metres out, will kick from 45, almost directly in front, and probably most unselfish. I would have thought Sean O'Leary might have had a shot from 50.
Yeah, well, I don't know, Eric. I'm a bit concerned about the wind out there. They keep sending them on the lay the footy off in about that position of the ground, and it must be a little bit concerning to them out there. Good kick, Ricky.
Well, Ricky's put the ball long, and it's a goal. That's the coach's goal, and I will say Ricky O'Toole doesn't miss too many from directly in front. So at the 18-minute mark of the second quarter, Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard now 6-5-41, the Geelong District Footy League. They trail Carey Narracourt Tatiara 8-4-52.
Yeah, I think we've got a bit of a game on our hands here, Eric, and the scoreboard indicates that. And some of our players, or the GDFL players, are getting into the game a little bit more. Sean O'Leary's getting his hands on the footy. Ricky O'Toole has probably played pretty good 2 quarters up to date, but the more those folks get the booty is.
Well, from the throw up on this occasion, Peter McBilly picks the crumbs up, kicks it straight up in the air. Surely the umpire wouldn't say it's 15. He doesn't put the whistle on because nobody marked it. And from the ensuing scrum, is all you could call that, the umpire will put the ball up on the edge of the centre square. Up high there is Allen, gets a tap down. Shark there by, that was Fennell of the Carey Narracourt side. Oh, good solid stuff there by players of both sides, running hard to put him a clean. Show of strength there, great work. Handball looking for a teammate, doesn't find one, and it's picked up there. Good work Copping, weaves his way through the defensive traffic, has a lead up forward from Schuppen, and he's led wide to the pocket. Well, good work defensively from Dabrowski. He's kept the ball out there, but oh dear, kick across the face of goal, almost marked there by Sharp. Very dangerous for the Carey side, but finally with a series of handballs, it comes to McNamara in defence. He's gone to centre wing. Troy Maharis drops the mark, but his opponent's fallen to ground. So Maharis now follows up, takes the mark. The lead there is good for the Geelong District Football League. Great work there by Brad Davis. Kicks towards centre half forward. From behind there is, it looked like Mark O'Toole, not pushed in the backs of the umpire. Barry O'Toole gets a handball to Davis, and well, good defence here by the Carry Naracoorte side. Flicked out by hand by Davis of Carry Naracoorte. Just realised there's a Davis both sides, Laurie. We're in trouble. As I was going to say, the whistle when I play, everything seemed to stop, but finally the mark or free kick or both has gone to Fennell on centre wing. Hit pretty hard as he attempted to take the mark, and the umpire has paid whatever. So Fennell of Carry Naracoorte, long kick over centre. From the back, O'Toole punches to ground. Maheras ridden into the ground. Good work there by Peter McBilly. Picks up, kicks long. And good body work, Sean O'Leary gets his opponent out of the way. Unfortunately, not in a position to take the mark. He comes back, he battles very hard. Good work, but
great
weight
work.
of numbers. The Carry Naracoorte defence, they got together. They've got the ball back to centre wing, and I tell you what, the wind held that up, and the umpire's going to pay that to the man.
That's terrible.
So Bailey paid the mark. McLean was in front, had a fair purchase on the footy, but the mark was taken. Over the top to Copping. Copping's tried to find a teammate there on the flank. Rick O'Toole, handball over to McLean. Can he get clear? He does. Gets a handball. Finally, well, McNamara, the Carry Naracoorte blokes, they're pretty intense
Copping
up
again.
forward. Handball comes out to Copping. He's clear. He goes. It's a 2-on-1 against Geelong there, and Kerry Day couldn't cope with the two of them, unfortunately. And the mark has been taken again by Chris White. Probably, Laurie, the dominant player of the game so far.
Well, Chris White's hard enough to beat on your own, Eric, but he's got assistance from other players. You haven't got much over at all. Kerry's trying hard, but he's a quality player, this fella.
So 30 metres out, directly in front, White puts the ball on the boot.
He can't kick much either.
No, he's kicked his second, and he does it rather easily. And he's kicked the 2 goals for Carry Naracoorte Tatiara in this second quarter. And the Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, Geelong District Footy League 6-5-41. They trail Carry Naracoorte 9-4-58. And there's just, at odd times, there's danger signs, Laurie, isn't there?
Yes, Eric just made another change here. Tipalora is off. I think he might have an injury, and number 7, Shaxi, he's back on. Number 7, he played.
Might be a bonus if Tipalora's got an injury for the GDFL.
Yeah, they're actually giving him a bit of treatment there, so it could be a little injury.
So 22 minutes gone as the ball goes up again. Allen gets a tap down. Good work in the middle there from the GDFL. Finally, handball comes to Trotter, and he kicks long into the full forward area. Flack got 2 to boot. The ball comes to the back. Player running onto the footy is... bad luck. That was Mark O'Toole on his non-preferred side, I guess, and from a couple of metres out against the boundary line has hit the post. So behind to the GDFL, they go to 6-6-42. They trail Carry Naracoorte 9-4-58 on the Raiders bingo scoreboard as they don't muck around. Carry Naracoorte, the kick in came quickly, picked up by Trotter. He's pushed as he tried to get the handball away. Second attempt, gets a handball to Ricky O'Toole. He feigns a handball on the left foot, goes to the lead there of Troy Maharis, and Troy takes the mark, kicks back into the corridor, up high as Flack. Ball comes to ground. Picked up and handball to Sean O'Leary. Sean perhaps could have taken a little bit more time. Has a flying shot at goal, and he's offline. So often kicks those, doesn't he, round the corner?
Yeah, I thought that when he went forward, I thought we can put the glasses down here, but he doesn't miss them too often.
So Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard 6-7-43 Geelong District. Trail Carry Naracoorte 9-4-58.
Gee, this bloke can kick.
He can kick. It's another glorious kick out to centre wing. Geelong starting to read it a bit better. They're starting to
get the
row
numbers
at the back of the pack. But a handball comes out for Carry Naracoorte. Player overruns it. Clayton Trotter comes back. He's got 3-1 out there. Where are the Geelong players? The handball comes clear. Finally to Durbridge, just on the ground. Nice little chip pass. It's very well weighted to Fennell, just over the top there of Johnny Cousins. And Fennell goes up forward looking for White. Can't find him on this occasion, but luck's a fortune. The ball's come to ground, play onto the umpire, not 15 metres. Ball comes out, Durbridge going at half post, I thought, but he's got the footy, he's tackled, gets a handball to a teammate in Fennell. Fennell over the top to Clark, another handball, and well, there was took a fair divot, looked like one of my golf shots. So the ball finally forced over the boundary line, and the GDFL defence at 25 minutes, Laurie, under real pressure here.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, we'll throw him off the course. He hasn't got a bucket of sand.
All right, so ball thrown in. Ball taken from the throw-in. Handball over the top for Saxi. Saxi gets the ball back to Copping, and he's dangerous from 40 metres out on the now. I tell you what, he is Very good player. He's kicked it behind only, and perhaps a bit fortunate, the GDFL. Carry Naracoorte Tatiara, 9-5-59. They lead the GDFL, 6-7-43 Raiders. Bingo second quarter scoreboard, and we've just ticked into time on. So from the kick in, Dabrowski kicked to himself. He's kicked it to half-back flank, but once again, Copping with sheer strength. Gets hold of the footy. All he wants to do is get the ball goalwards. McNamara under pressure, punches to ground, then follows up. He's brought to ground without the footy, and good persistence by Matt McNamara for the GDFL in the back pocket there, and gets a free kick. Kicks it long. Outside 50 now, the big fellow, Kerry Day, comes in and paid the mark. It's pretty well controlled. I don't think Chris White was too impressed with that, but clear mark to Kerry Day. Handball to Ricky O'Toole, who's done a power of work in this second quarter. He chips to the middle, pushing the back there to Trotter, not seen by the umpire. He eludes a tackle. It's a handball to Kerry Day, but it's intercepted. And gee, the turnover could be costly here, because running onto the footy there is Bailey. Bailey from 30 metres out, directly in front, has had a pot shot, and I think he's kicked it. So just a skill error from the GDFL in defence, and the quality side and the opposition here have made them pay. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard at 26 minutes gone. 10-5-65 carry Naracoorte Tatiara lead. Geelong District Footy League 6-7-43.
Yeah, they carry Naracoorte to be happy with that, Eric. Particularly when you make an error in the opposition's forward line, they capitalise on it. But they probably needed that goal. They were GDFL was just sticking with them most of the time there, and they've opened the gap up a little bit now, and they'd be pleased with that.
So 22 points in front, getting close to half time. In the middle once again, Ricky O'Toole gets the handball out to Clayton Trotter. He eludes a couple of tackles, little chip pass, but unfortunately a skill error once again, and under pressure the mark's taken by Sakchi. He's kicked it pretty ordinarily as well, but coming through strongly there was Copping over the top to Clark, and Clark on the left foot goes long to full forward. Matt McNamara, good, gee, nearly kicking in danger, but not seen by the umpire, and now it stacks on the middle, and
well, actually, Matt, he did pretty well to get that to the ground, Eric.
He did, and it wasn't in danger in the context the other guy didn't have hands down. So,
exactly, yes.
He was trying to clear the ball from the pack. Ball up, McNamara has to do the ruck work back there. The Tall's not getting back for Geelong. The handball's come clear, and Johnny Cousins attacks it hard, does well. McLean, handball to Day. Day over the top, Cousins is clear if he can pick the footy up. He gets it, but he's having a bit of a horror day, but he does get the ball to foot and finds Clayton Trotter in the middle. Trotter to McLean, he runs to half-back, goes long over the centre square, but a terribly directed kick and straight into the arms of the defensive half for Karen Naracoorte. Well, Giles on the ground there, tries to give Ricky O'Toole good support. O'Toole is taken over the boundary without the footy, but all okay, said the umpire. It's the ball about to be put in once again. In front of our broadcast position, 28 minutes gone, second quarter. Mark Allen does well in the ruck on that occasion. The ball's come down under a stack of players. Looks like Geelong player there with holding his ear.
Yeah, he might have got a bit of a boot, I think. There was
Robbie Giles, is it?
Yeah, it was a fair pack there.
Clayton Trotter, perhaps. So he's okay. So trainers all clear. So in the ruck there is Mann, gets a tap down, but only as far there as for the GDFL. Comes to Sean O'Leary, but he's a bit flat-footed. Running hard is Cartledge on this occasion. Handball to his teammate in Davis. Davis to the middle to Fennell. Fennell, glorious pass, and they're pretty hard to stop because great lead by Walker. Walker on the left foot goes into the full forward area, but a misdirected kick finds Johnny Cousins. GDFL over the top to Dabrowski. Looks for and finding Ricky O'Toole on half-back flank. Little chip pass has found Trotter. Trotter to Kerry Day. Day falls down, and well, they're lucky enough to get out of it. Robbie Giles, can he get past the tackle? He can't. Handball to McNamara. They're working pretty hard in the middle of GDFL to get the ball away. Sean O'Leary, nearly a spectacular mark in the middle of the pack. He's one out against three. Finally, Mark Allen comes to give him a hand, and the handball comes to Lazarick. Lazarick long to full forward. He's in good position. Flack if he can get back, and he does. And Simon Flack for the GDFL has taken the mark. He's only a couple of metres out, but he's on a fairly acute angle. And great work, Sean O'Leary there.
Oh, yeah, persistence there, no doubt about that.
So Flack now plays on quickly. He's hooked it around. What's he done with it?
He likes it.
I think the umpire says that's
He likes it as well.
So Simon Flack kicks his second, and as they did in the first quarter, the GDFL coming back hard toward the end of the quarter as the Raiders Bingo scoreboard now, Geelong District Footy League 7-7-49. They trail the Cowrie Naracoorte Tatiara Football League 10-5-65. So better off to be 10 or 16 points behind than 22, Laurie.
Oh, certainly, Eric, and that persistence from Sean O'Leary, if that's the sort of thing that we can expect from the GDFL in the second half, that's what you've got to do. You just got to keep working away. I see the same with Michael Allen in the ruck. He's given away probably 6 inches, but he's just got to keep trying to work in there and jump there. I know it's very difficult to do that, but just make a contest. I mean, Sean did that there, worried him out of it. We went forward and we got a goal.
I think at the end of the day, persistence and endurance might have a bit to do with the result because Geelong are smaller. Hopefully they can continue running, but there's some good small players for the opposition. As the ball goes up, Allen gets up high, comes to ground. Ricky O'Toole went without it. Coming through there was Fennell. He gets a handball out. Finally, it does come clear for Cowrie Naracoorte. Well, again, beautiful reading of the football in the forward half by the forwards. Kerry Day sort of led under the football, didn't read it as well as he could, and this fella Copping looks a very likely type. Laurie, I don't know where he's played his football. Yeah,
no, look, he's a very good player, but that ball came from Chris White, and boy, he's had a fair bit of the footy.
Yes, he's had an excellent day, either on ball or at centre-half forward, so he's doing well. As Copping now, already 2 to his name. I'll tell you what, I don't think this bloke misses too many. Straight over the goal umpire's head. And that's perhaps the steadier that the GDFL did not want because 31, almost 32 minutes gone, and the Raiders Bingo Centre scoreboard shows Cowrie Naracoorte 11-5-71, leading the GDFL 7-7-49.
Well, Eric, our cameraman Dean Bushell had a great shot of that kicking action, and he's some sort of a player, this John Copping. I don't know his credentials. I'm sure we'll find out after the game, but he's a very good footballer.
Relatively local. Penola's not that far away. So back in the middle, very close to half-time, and as I speak, the half-time siren has sounded here at Naracoorte, with the score being Geelong District Football League 7-7-49, trailing Cowrie Naracoorte Tatiara 11-5-71. Goal kickers 2 half-time for the GDFL. Simon Flack has 2. Each of the following have 1. Ricky O'Toole, Troy Maheris, Peter McBilly, Barry O'Toole and Mark O'Toole. And for the leaders, the home side, John Copping has 3. Chris White has 2, Hayden Cartledge 2, and the following 1. Tim Bailey, Sylvanus Tipalura, say that with a mouthful of marbles, Daniel Schuppen and Casey Sharp. So that's it at half-time. Just repeating the score, Cowrie Naracoorte 11-5-71. They lead the GDFL 7-7-49. We will have a break for half-time, and when we return, we will have a summary from Laurie de Goldie and where he sees the second half going. You're tuned to 94.7 The Pulse, the home of local football.